another match point.
Incredible third set here.
They changed their strategy a little bit and they fought their way back in.
There it is. Game, set, and match.
Hello and welcome back to Cleveland, where we are at the Cleveland Racket Club bringing you the Cleveland Masters with live streaming brought to you by the APTA membership and our tour presenting sponsors Volley and Corient. Tournament support has been provided by the following local sponsors: Carnegie Investment Council, Compass Group, the Delaney Group, Elk & Elk, Gilmore Security, Trombold Equipment, and Viking. I'm Randy Markey, along here with Mark Ennis, bringing you the women's final with Ellie Halbauer and Marie Matrka against Vanessa Steiner and Mary Wilson. We've got Mary Wilson serving to Ellie Halbauer. Mark, how are you, buddy?
I am doing well, Randy. How are you, sir?
I'm pretty terrific. Been sitting in this chair for a really long time now.
That we have. We're cramming all the matches in tonight, and we're jumping right into this women's final. It's gonna be a fun one.
There's a lot of firepower on this side of the net here with Matrka and Halbauer. Halbauer is fresh off of her appearance in the 2023-2024 finals of nationals.
Incredible season she had, and a great season she's having this year. Obviously, great performance in Medina, semifinals of charities last weekend. So, yeah, she's keeping the momentum rolling. It's my first time seeing Steiner and Wilson play, so I'm excited for this matchup.
Uncharacteristic miss there from Halbauer.
15-30.
Wilson is busy serving at the moment. She's in the brownish maroon top over there. Her partner is Vanessa Steiner, who's up at the net.
They both have big forehands.
15,
Saw that earlier
40.
in the semis.
Both teams have been waiting around a little bit. That men's semi-final, which was just incredible, that just finished, really pushed this match back. So they've been getting iced a little bit, and it's going to be exciting to see how they sort of loosen up and
30,
play their way into the match. There's Ellie Halbauer in that snazzy paddle top. Her partner, Marie Matrka, in the blue vest.
Must please you to see that top.
Beautiful thing.
Marie Wilson got called on a foot fault.
Game, Halbauer, Matrka. Halbauer, Matrka lead 1-0.
Up in the umpire chair, we have Dave Najedlik.
Taking no prisoners right out of the gate.
I like it, setting the tone early, just letting them know he's watching the feet. It's good to see them just kind of laugh it off. There's not too much you can do in that situation.
Halbauer to serve.
We've got Steiner in the deuce court receiving.
Last weekend at Charities, Randy, we were speaking to a bunch of the players doing some content, and we asked Ellie Halbauer who has the best cutter or best roller in the game, and she said Marie Matrka. So
well, there you go.
I'm hoping we're going to see some of those tonight.
Little confusion over there. Steiner was there to cover.
30-15.
Just got to talk.
Matrka snuck it into the nick. Best cutter in the game. Let's go.
I would say Halbauer's probably got to be at the top of the game in terms of rollers.
A few of the players actually said her volleys when we said sort of who's best volleyer. Her name came up pretty often. She really sticks to volley, not just, you know, so many good players can make the volley, but she's actually hurting you on the volley, which is going to be interesting tonight.
And I know she's got big weapons on both sides with her two-handed backhand and a bit of a cannon on her forehand.
Very exciting player to watch.
She's got it all.
I love the pace of that overhead there.
Matrka, they lead 2 games to
You
love.
know, you don't have to
First
be
set.
fancy, right? Sometimes it's
Steiner
about
to serve.
where you put it and the pace you use. And it doesn't have to have a bunch of cut on it and a bunch of glitz and glamour going on.
Absolutely. We do a bunch of camps, and something Johan Durant speaks a lot about is really varying the overheads, not hitting the same, even if it's the most spinny overhead in the world, not hitting the same ball, otherwise people just get used to it, you know? It's definitely about that variety that makes someone miss. Oh, I thought we were going to see a cutter there. She was setting up nicely.
Love 15.
I think Steiner and Wilson are definitely going to have to try play themselves in, get warm, get into the points. Not easy when those volleys are coming at you from Ellie Halbauer. Amazing.
Wow. Well, there's that cut overhead you were talking about.
I really love how Matrka sets up for her
Love
overhead.
30.
Even that one that I thought was going to be a cutter, just someone that sets up and you're not sure what they're going to do, that uncertainty they create, it really makes a problem for their opponents.
I also like the positioning that we're seeing there. You know, you got Ellie Halbauer almost getting off the court, right? Getting out of Marie's way. Letting her go to work.
Something you're not going to see too often, right?
Yeah.
It's amazing. Just shows the
Not
kind
trying
of
to get involved, right?
shows the kind of respect that she has for Matrka's overhead.
There's that forehand I was talking about.
Halbauer, Matrka. Halbauer, Matrka lead.
Couldn't do it
3
twice,
games
though.
To love first set.
We know she's got it in her.
Have you seen Steiner and Wilson play much, Randy?
I just called their last match, so it's the first time I've seen them play.
And what were some of the standouts? 2 strong forehands you mentioned?
Two big forehands. They both have good hands at the net, and they're smart players. They've got good paddle IQ. You know, I think the unfortunate reality is with Halbauer and Matrka, there aren't a lot of safe places on the court to put the ball.
Absolutely. 3-love, Marie Matrka to serve.
You know, and those forehands aren't going to impress Ellie for sure, right?
And there's different kinds of plays, right? Some plays you need to just really play long points to try get your way in, but if you are like a Steiner or a Wilson, you have some bigger shots, maybe you have to take a couple swings, and even though you're going to miss, just to kind of warm up.
Yep.
We see Wilson there swinging, and maybe that's what gets her going.
And she didn't miss by much. It was the high part of the net, but she just caught the tape there.
Silky smooth. Great shot. You can really see Halbauer there using the screen drive to set up a short ball that then she can re-drive. She didn't try blast it through them. She just really uses a setup shot. Very smart.
(40-15).
Sure, she's going to love that shot afterwards.
Yeah. That's a great serve. Great spot.
Game, Halbauer,
Even if it hadn't hit the
Matrka.
nick, that was a great spot.
Big serve by Matrka. Bomb it into the corner. Love it. Wilson's up to serve.
Halbauer and Matrka are off to a quick start here. There's that forehand I was talking about.
Very smart there by Matrka just to let it go through. It's
Love 30.
such high IQ to not try volley those balls. It's just not worth it, right? It's going to come back to you either way. Really smart.
Yeah, I feel like Wilson is pressing a little bit right now. She's feeling the pressure.
40.
They got to settle in.
Definitely settle in, and even if they, don't win this set, which it's looking that way, you want to win at least one game or find some points that you feel like you figured something out or you got a little bit of momentum. So you really want to try and get into the points here. You can't let it get into the second set and
Halbauer, Matrka.
you don't know what your
Halbauer,
strategy is going to be.
Matrka lead 5 games to love. First set.
We have a little read from our sponsors here, Randy. Take us away, sir.
I got to find it first.
Oh, don't you worry. I've got your back.
There
This
you
one's
go.
from Volley. Train in real game scenarios with Serve and Volley, the world's first responsive play drill. Volley's new AI-powered feature tracks your position, the ball, and returns every serve for targeted practice. Try it today on the Volley app. Randy, I'm not sure if you've seen the trainer or not. Have you?
Halbauer to serve.
I've seen one. I've never seen it in use.
Oh my gosh, it's out of this world. It's really, really something special.
Yeah, there's a facility here in town, the Flats, that has, I think, maybe 2 of them, and people rave about it.
15. Love.
And for those of us who just don't have any friends, it's great because you don't have to.
That's it. That's
You don't
what
have to deal with the crushing blow of people saying no.
30. Love.
Wow.
Ellie Halbauer.
There we go.
That's a 5 love, 30
40
love.
love.
Cut swing. Smile tells it all.
Game. Set.
You don't see that every day in the women's game.
Yes.
Well, the good thing is, Randy, Steiner and Wilson are still going to have plenty of energy left to go the distance here. They still got some gas in the tank because that was a quick one.
They've got them right where they want them. All right, we're going to take a quick break and hear from our sponsors.
Yeah, let's do it.
Back to Cleveland at the Cleveland Masters here in Cleveland, Ohio. We got the women's final with Ellie Halbauer and Marie Matrka against Vanessa Steiner and Mary Wilson. Halbauer and Matrka made pretty quick work of that first set. I'm not sure what the clock says, but
it was a quick one, Randy. The Steiner and Wilson, I think, just still cold, haven't played their way in, and they're gonna have to really try and buckle down here. And that is the beauty of paddle. You can lose a set 6-love, and it doesn't always mean all that much. So if you can get into some long points here and they can sort of dig their feet into the ground, at least they're going to give themselves a shot.
And I like what I'm seeing here, right? They've figured out that playing traditional was not working for them. They need to get into the point. They're both staying back. They're stacking so that they can start in their respective positions in the backcourt. They've missed a couple of lobs wide, but I like the change of look.
For sure. You just have to adjust to Marie Maturka's spin on the overhead. She definitely turns the shoulders and loads up a little more than most.
She sure does. And when she doesn't hit a cutter, she finds the neck. How about that?
Unbelievable. Great variety.
Halbauer launched that one wide.
And, it doesn't seem like an important game for Halbauer and Matrka, but these games can be, especially when you win an easy set. You don't want to feel like, oh, we've got it in the bag. This is paddle. It can turn at any moment.
Yeah. They got a little loose there, gave up that first game in the second set.
Second set.
Steiner, Wilson on the board.
Matrka won the first set.
This is a dangerous time. If Steiner and Wilson really can play tough here, buckle down, Halbauer, Matrka, they can, if they give some free points away, this can turn quickly and it can be very even. That is the game we love. That is the game of paddle. So such an important lesson for players at home. If you do win a first set easily, don't feel like you have it in the bag. Try be disciplined. Try stay sharp. And the same on the other side of the coin. If you do lose a set, it's not over. Come out the gates hot, and you never know what's going to happen.
Mark, if I had a nickel for every match I lost after winning the first set.
Oh. Don't even talk to me about that. That's my general MO, Randy.
We've got a great crowd here at the Racket Club here in Cleveland, Ohio. Great paddle community here in town.
Absolutely.
Very supportive. Everybody coming out to watch both their hometown favorites and all these wonderful players who have come to join us from far and wide.
15-30.
Big point here, Randy. I like seeing Halbauer and Matrka taking their time there because, if they lose this one, 15-40, all of a sudden, momentum, we're playing for momentum now, so this is a bigger point than it seems.
30 all.
What a serve by Ellie Halbauer.
40-30.
Getting after it. All that spin off the paddle just takes it to the side. I do like seeing Wilson lob that return in. If your drive's not hurting them and you're missing a couple, it's just not worth it at this stage.
Yeah, get in the point, right?
Absolutely. Ellie Halbauer on the left.
They've gotten a little loose.
Scores
Mark.
deuce.
They have, and they're giving Steiner and Wilson a window, but Steiner and Wilson have to step through it now. They have to play tough to take this game and have a chance in this final. And let me tell you, Randy, the trophies for the winners are looking slick.
Those are pretty cool. Here in the hometown of rock and roll, we've got electric
Advantage
guitars as
Wilson.
the trophies.
Such a cool prize. Really smart Marie Matrka again, just slowing it down. I think she knows it's a bigger game than it seems.
Score is deuce.
And those are the ones. Steiner and Wilson just really have to put that ball more in the middle. Don't give yourself a big margin for error, especially in these moments.
It's the right idea.
Advantage Halbauer.
It was a heavy serve. She might have been better suited to let that go to the wire and throw a lob up from there.
Absolutely, especially in that deuce court. I think that you'll even find chances to hurt your opponent when you let that bigger serve go to the wire.
There's that Wilson forehand.
Great play.
The score is deuce.
It seems like she's been more effective with her screen drive than the drive off the deck.
Absolutely, and she's going to get a ton because Halbauer and Matrka are loading up on the overhead, so they're going to give you a few looks, so you just have to really stay in that point until you get the shot you like.
Advantage Halbauer.
I know there's a temptation to hit those lobs deep, but you know, they just don't have to be that deep. They just have to get past the service line.
Score
Right?
is deuce.
Especially when you're getting some free points like this. And obviously Steiner and Wilson aren't trying to miss, but I think it's, can you give yourself the biggest margin for error? Don't go for your best lob. Big target in the middle.
Yeah, they don't need to cut it so thin like that.
I'll never forget, I was teaching a camp with
Advantage Halbauer.
Jared Palmer, 3-time national champion, #1 in the world in tennis. And I was asking him about sort of lob placement and what he's trying to do, and thinking he might have all these fancy answers. And he's like, wow.
There's that big forehand.
Huge forehand. Ellie laughs it off.
Sorry, partner.
She pushed the serve in just to get it. Matrka was on the receiving end there. She's okay. It's all smiles out there.
I know Wilson apologized, but she's not really sorry.
Hey, they needed it. This is the finals of the Cleveland Masters. Guitar trophies on the line.
That's right. That's a great roller.
Really good disguise. She could have gone sharp angle cross court. She held it well.
Advantage
Went
Halbauer.
behind Steiner. Smart shot. Matrka's smiling again after getting clobbered. Such a smooth swinging volley.
I'm not sure what just happened there.
I think it
Did that
caught
hit
Steiner.
Steiner's paddle?
Yeah, I think it caught her on the jacket or on the paddle. But
Game Halbauer, Matrka. Tied 1 game all. Second set.
All right, well, Halbauer and Matrka dodged a bullet there that looked like they were going to give that game away.
they did. Steiner Wilson had some looks. That was a big game for them. But Halbauer and Matrka woke up in time, and it's 1-1. Selfishly, I want these points going longer so I can see a couple more Matrka overheads.
Right.
I want to see this infamous cutter. Great variety on the overheads.
Well, the strategy is clearly to play Steiner. At some point, I wonder if it makes sense to give him a different look, maybe switch in the backcourt.
Yeah, and I think the first set was you just didn't have enough points to sort of have a strategy. And Wilson was giving a lot of free points in that first set. Now Steiner sort of in that second game gave a couple.
30.
So I don't know that there's too much strategy here besides really buckle down, compete, and try get longer points.
Wow.
Love 40.
That's why people feel she has some of the best volleys. She hurts you. She read that screen drive.
Placed that volley perfectly behind her.
Made Steiner and Wilson pay.
It made it look so easy.
Oh, smooth like butter. Give me this cutter, Matrka. You keep teasing me with that setup.
Game, Halbauer, Matrka. They lead 2-1, second set.
And those are the
Halbauer, Matrka won the first set.
those are the shots where, you know, it's not that it's the wrong shot to drive. It's just given the situation where you're 6-love down, it's 1-all, things aren't really going your way. Don't take the obvious look. I think that's such an important lesson for people. It's not about, you know, picking the right shot always, even if it is the right shot. If the situation's not there for you to be
It's
offensive,
the right shot for the situation.
100%. So
Yeah.
I'd
Play the
love to
score,
see
right?
Wilson lob that ball, find their way into longer points, hopefully leading in a Matrka cutter at the end. Just kidding.
Love.
Well, to your point right there, right? I mean, that she didn't fool anybody with that screen drive. They were on top of the net.
Absolutely, and if your goal's to stay out there longer, which it might not be because it's so cold, but if it is to stay out there longer, then it's not the right shot. Great return there by Steiner.
30-15.
And there is something about just staying out there longer, just sticking around. Sometimes good things just happen. Not even a change in strategy or too much, but just competing, staying out there longer, giving your opponents a chance to kind of self-destruct.
Yeah. Well, we kind of saw that in the men's semi that we were just showing recently, you know, right before this match, right?
40-15.
Once the points started to slow down, the momentum shifted, right? So sometimes you just gotta not worry about where your powerful shot is. You just gotta stay in every point, make them hit one more ball. Somebody's gonna lose their patience at some point.
Absolutely. You just play yourself in. 3-1, Steiner to serve. Great roller there by Matrka. I'm seeing a lot more players start to block the corners.
15.
I saw in charity something that really stuck out. Lynn Kiro just blocking a ton of balls that were going into that corner. Regalado Salazar blocking a lot of balls that are going into the corner. It seems to be a more common thing, not I think out of necessity always, but out of speeding play up. It just gives your opponents less time to kind of load up. And as you can see, Marie Matrka really does load up. She turns the shoulders, she has time to change grips and kind of hurt you in different ways.
So you're saying that block is helpful not only because it can keep it out of the nick, but it also takes time away from your opponent.
Correct. So little. Oh, there's my cutter.
That's what you've
Tracked
been waiting
it down.
for.
Let's go. Matrka stays back, covering for Halbauer.
Great hands.
Go again.
The no-look roller.
I love the Matrka overhead. So much variety. And that backhand swinging volley by Ellie Halbauer. Just so smooth.
Halbauer, Matrka.
To watch.
All right, we have a read from our sponsor, Corient here. Corient is excited to partner with the APTA because whether as advisors to our members or as members themselves, they are already a part of the APTA community. Learn more at www.corient.com, the official wealth sponsor of the APTA. Randy, 6-love, 4-1. It looks like the guitars might be going back to Cincinnati tonight.
Does appear. I don't know, we might have to log in and look at what the odds are on FanDuel.
15-love.
Steiner Wilson are in good spirits, though. They are cheery.
Hey, they're in the finals. I'm not.
Great tournament. There we go, Marie. Get loose. Wow. The shots are coming out. Now we're talking.
They got nothing to lose now. Wow.
Wow.
There's that Halbauer forehand.
She's having fun out there. We love to see it.
15-all.
As much as conventional wisdom would say, play sharp here, close them out. I don't want to see it. I want to see some fun. Let's let it ride, Halbauer and Matrka.
And I like that Steiner and Wilson.
Oh, let's go.
But I like that Steiner and Wilson seem to be playing a little looser right now. They're getting after it a little more, and it's working for them, right? They're not playing as tight.
Absolutely. It helps that Halbauer and Matrka are just going for it.
All.
Great pace there. Steiner snuck it into the corner.
Advantage, Wilson.
But that's a perfect example of just a lot more blocks to the corner. I think that's a great message for club players. Middle screen or day, or if it goes hard to the sides, but it's going at that corner. Block that sucker.
Score is deuce.
Wilson had an opportunity to close that point out. She's going to watch that one back.
Advantage, Halbauer.
And I think Stein is definitely going to start to get, as she sees it more, used to that spin off the serve. You know, you really have to aim more right. Unbelievable swinging volley.
Halbauer, Matrka, they lead 5-1. Second set.
I would love to see Marie Matrka just go for a cutter on every shot now. I feel like that should be the requirement to take those guitar trophies home.
Whoa.
15.
She locked her up. That big forehand framed her up.
Ellie Halbauer. You just feel that pressure when she comes in. Her footwork is going. She's low. She's storming in. It's hard not to be intimidated, even in the booth.
Yeah, I was going to say, I got scared.
Let's go, Marie. Oh, dies in the corner. Unbelievable
Filthy.
pace. And you can see that grip. She really turns it over. It's almost the Eastern backhand grip instead of the regular continental. She really locks it over. Marie Matrka, let's
Wow.
go.
That's a great shot.
15-40.
2 match points here, Randy. Will we see a cutter?
Your night will not be complete.
I might make her do it in the post-match interview. Wow. Yes! Now we
That
are
was
talking.
Halbauer did it.
Oh, Randy, I'm running out there for a post-match interview.
What a great match. Good fun.
Unbelievable ending. We got what we wanted.
Well, we're going to cut to a quick commercial while Mark runs out there to do the post-match interview. Stay tuned.
Hi, I'm Spencer Caravaggio, and my paddle tip is about footwork. Typically, we as paddle players tend to stand with our feet totally flat on the ground. As somebody who can get really frustrated by missing their drive, typically it's because your feet are flat and then all of a sudden you want to spring into action. So in between balls, make sure that you keep those feet going. Not only will it help you be able to really be on your toes and get ready for your drive, but it'll also help you get to some screens a little bit better. A thing that we see a lot is, people tend to move what they think is the wrong way on a screen and then they give up. But if your feet are still going, even if you move the wrong way, you can really get your body moving into that ball no matter what and be able to survive and make it through another shot. So if you can keep your feet moving, you're gonna most of the time be in really good shape.
At Corient, wealth management begins and ends with you. We believe the more personal the solution, the more powerful the result. We treat your goals as our own. We never lose focus on the life you want to build. And our experienced advisors design custom-built strategies to help you get there. It's time for a wealth management experience as sophisticated as you are. It's time for Corient.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are standing here with the winners of the Cleveland Masters, Matrka and Ellie Halbauer. Ladies, awesome job. How you feeling?
Very good, yeah.
Super excited.
Before this tournament in Chicago, Marie,
Yes.
Ellie was actually saying that you have the best cutter in the game. So I was busy commentating and I was like, I need to see this cutter. And
You saw that Ellie Halbauer has a pretty darn good cutter, right? Best cutter in this match for sure.
you ended the match point with the cutter, which was incredible. But truly, we need to see you playing more because you were incredible out there.
you.
How was it to play? Tell us about the tournament and the day in general.
Well, I love playing with Ellie. I pretty much get like front row seats to her running around, hitting winners, hitting cutters. Though that was just a ton of fun. This tournament's so much fun. It's a fun environment. It's just a party. So love playing in this tournament.
Ellie, tell us more about your day.
You know what? We woke up this morning and we were super ready for the day, and we went out and played our game, and look what happened. We won.
You went out and took care of business. It was an awesome performance, super dominant. I hope that we're going to see you more, Marie, because you were fantastic out there, truly. Ellie, you're always fantastic, so that's a standard. But I think we have the best prizes in the game here at the Cleveland Masters. So we're going to have tournament director Leah Boris. Bring those trophies over here. Come on over. Look at those. Oh my goodness. So if you had to pick one song to air guitar to, which would it be?
Oh,
Man, that's
Barracuda.
tough. Okay, all right.
All right.
Barracuda, sure.
We're going to have to dub that over. Are there
Probably from like, what is it, Guitar Hero? That's the one I used to play.
are there any thank yous that you want to throw out there, shout outs?
You go first.
Well, first of all, to our fellow Cincinnatians who are here, Rob and Luke are up there.
Shout out
So it's
Cincinnati.
Max and
always
Joe.
good to heckle each other. Max and Joe are here.
Danny back home. Mom and Dad.
Yeah.
Josh, if you're watching, can I have work off tomorrow, please?
Oh, that's so
I think
good.
you've earned it. It's official. Ellie's not coming in tomorrow.
Yeah, and thanks to my family who's watching, the kids, so that I can be here playing an air guitar. Thank you.
I love it. When are we going to see you guys again?
I will be playing next week in Philly.
Who are you playing with?
I'm playing with Georgie Alexandra. I think
Fun.
that's how you say her last name. Yeah, so ready for that one as well.
Marie?
Awesome. Hoping to play bourbon ball. So that's it.
Well, that's a wrap. Congratulations again, ladies. Awesome seeing you out there. You have the coolest prizes in the game. Shout out to the Cleveland fans. Don't go away. The men's final is about to kick off, and it's going to be an awesome one. Back to you.
And that's a wrap from the women's finals here at the Cleveland Masters. As Mark said, stay tuned. We'll be right back in no time with the men's final.
At Corient, wealth management begins and ends with you. We believe the more personal the solution, the more powerful the result. We treat your goals as our own. We never lose focus on the life you want to build. And our experienced advisors design custom-built strategies to help you get there. It's time for a wealth management experience as sophisticated as you are. It's time for Corient.